Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of the German Dritte Liga, the third league. It's match day 24 and we're at the Eintracht Stadion for two of the big guns facing off with each other. It's Eintracht Braunschweig up against Kaiserslautern. As I said, two of the big guns at this level. Teams who really should be in a higher league, but they find themselves at this league, both trying to get back into the Zweite Liga. But at the moment, both of them are horribly out of form, both searching for their first wins in a while. And so it's a vital match for both if they are to get involved in the promotion hunt. They're looking to reverse the trends and get their first win in 2020. So the players just going through the pre-match ritual with Manuel Gräfer, who is more normally seen in the Bundesliga rather than the third league. So plenty of experience out there in the middle. And for Braunschweig, their coach Marco Antwerpen, the ex-Preußen Münster coach who took over in November from Christian Flutmann, will be looking to reverse his team's poor form of late. They find themselves in 5th spot in the league, 5 points away from 3rd spot, the playoff place. So obviously this match will be big for them. A home game against Kaiserslautern, pretty tricky. And for Boris Schommers, the opposition coach, he initially led a recovery when he took over earlier in the season, including 5 wins in a row at one point. But now they're 4 league games without a win, as well as losing 5-2 in the cup against Bundesliga side Düsseldorf. So both sides out of form, but we could be in for a potential cracker here. And it will be Braunschweig to get us underway, the home side in blue and yellow. Let's see what excitement is ahead of us as away we go then. So plenty of changes for Eintracht Braunschweig, with Schwenk-Wieber and Kessel out injured, Beer and Nerig suspended. All of those big losses for them, so a much changed team here. 6 matches now without a win. And inconsistent at home, that's been their Achilles heel. It's 4 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses, with 18 scored and 19 conceded. It's their away record which is keeping them at least up there in the higher echelons of the table. And last week they got a 1-1 draw at Duisburg. That's not too bad a result, but they need to get wins on the board. Ziegler was the man who scored, the centre-back. He's also in the team today. And they'll be hoping for a repeat performance of the reverse fixture back at the start of the season, as they won 3-0 in Kaiserslautern, with Feigerspan, Putaro and Proschwitz all scoring in the last 20 minutes. Those 3 goals coming quick fire between the 70th and 80th minutes. But last season here was a completely different story, with Kaiserslautern winning by 4 goals to 1. Kuhlwetter at the double, and Amundsen own goal, and Hemlein sealing the deal in the last couple of minutes. Putaro getting the goal back for Braunschweig. And Kaiserslautern need to be upwardly mobile. They're currently in 13th spot in the table, 6 points from the relegation zone. Not good enough for them, but they did find themselves bottom at one point. And by all accounts, they have been playing well, but been unable to convert their chances, as Braunschweig get in behind for the first time in the game. Kraus getting it away. It just signs there that Feigenspahn might cause a problem down that left-hand side. As Kaiserslautern Last week drew 1-1 at home to relegation-threatened Preußen Münster. That's not good enough. Kulvetter scoring and Chivchi being sent off, so he's banned for today's game as well as the next one. And Spalvis and Esmel are both out long term. Well, Kulvetter is their man in form. He's on 8 goals so far this season in the league, but he's got 9 in 9 in competitive fixtures. As the ball almost finding the feet there of Nick Proschwitz. And luckily for Kaiserslautern, it went all the way through to the goalkeeper Grill. It's a lovely ball from that left-hand side again. From Feigenspan. It looks as though Kaiserslautern under pressure here in the opening 3.5 minutes. And they are a win or bust kind of team away from home. Their record reading 5 wins, 1 draw and 6 losses. And amazingly, they have the second worst away defence in the league, but the best attack away from Kaiserslautern. So entertainers on the road, you would have to say. And again, for them though, it's their home form, which has proven more difficult to turn around. As here they come on their first real attack. This is Kulvetter, looking full of confidence, is deflected on its way over. And Fizic had to be there, nice and alert in the 6-yard area to pluck the ball out of the air. With the likes of Pick and Timmy Thiele closing in, as there's a rampaging run down the left-hand side here from Braunschweig. The ball delivered in. And well, that was a cracking run from Kiewski. It looks as though we are in for a very open game of football. Biancardi had come into the centre, sniffing around for any balls that would drop his way. So here come Braunschweig again. We're about to tick over 5 minutes. No goals thus far, but very, very promising at the moment as Schad clears there off Feigenspan for the goal kick. Enormous long ball down the field here. One of Kulvetter. He's managed to win the throw as well off Burmeister in the defence today for Braunschweig. Maybe these changes for Braunschweig will freshen up the team a little bit. Perhaps they were becoming a little stale. We see on the bench for Braunschweig the coach Marco Antwerpen. Initially saw an improvement after taking over from Christian Flutman, but going back to their original form. The ball is just tapped back towards Grill here, with Biancardi trying to use his pace to close down the goalkeeper. In the end, no real worries for the Kaiserslautern man. Looks as though this early pressing from Braunschweig starting to reap rewards. And there we can see it again as they go on the attack once more down the left. Feigenspan is the main outlet for them, although he's brilliantly tackled by Kraus there just outside the box. He's just jockeying him down the left-hand side, and once he got near the penalty area, timed the tackle to perfection. Kiewski. Full of action in this opening 7.5 minutes in front of an absolutely packed crowd. Two of the big clubs facing off against each other. Kaiserslautern bringing plenty of fans with them. The Braunschweig fans turning up in their droves here. Just hearing that some of the Kaiserslautern fans are caught in traffic, so they will turn up a little bit late, but still a rousing atmosphere here in the Eintracht Stadion. As Kaiserslautern just need to settle here. Been under pressure in this opening 8 minutes. The ball just dropping here, perhaps for Pick, the top scorer. And danger man as well. As I said, it's the man up front with him, Kulvetter, who's the man in form. Flicked forward and finding Pick there in an offside position. Complaints from him. Indeed, he's about a yard off. I think he knew it as well from that wide right position. There's Boris Schommers there on the sidelines. Won't be too worried at the moment. As I mentioned, his team are under pressure. But it's early days, yet plenty of time for them to get back into this. And there's just a little bit of miscommunication at the back there for Kaiserslautern. Biancardi stepping in to pick up possession. I know, could have let it just drift through to the goalkeeper there. Decided to make the intervention, and plenty of challenges now coming in. And Manuel Griffer allowing it to flow forward. And this means that Kaiserslautern can come forward now on the counter-attack. This is Kulvetter just stepping in on his right foot, tries to get the curler in, and blocked by the Braunschweig defence. This is much more like it for Kaiserslautern as the shot comes in. Just a little toe poke in the end from Hendrik Zuck. But towards the near post, and Fezic was there to turn it away for the first corner of the game. Lovely turn from him. And an instinctive little effort from the former Braunschweig man. Not sure if it was really on target or not, but Fezic could not allow it past him. Could have ended up anywhere. As the corner comes in, an outswinger, it's away initially by Braunschweig. Finally, they get it away. And a nice little spell of pressure here from the away side now, as the nod down comes in, and another save there from Fezic. Well, it was Kraus who had the eventual effort on goal with the volley. Nice little nod down to him from Aino. The two centre-backs combining there in attack. And it was an uncomfortable one as it was bouncing towards Fezic, but he held on to it well in the end. It looks as though we're going to see an end-to-end encounter as Biancardi here opens the scoring. What a goal that is. Absolutely smashing it in on his left foot. Well, he has been drifting into those dangerous little positions in the opening to this game. So far, none of the balls have really dropped for him, but that one certainly did. And incredibly, that's his first of the season. But that was a terrific finish, absolutely rifling it past the goalkeeper from the edge of the box. And that after Kaiserslautern had two chances in quick succession. That will be painful for them. Again, the build-up coming down the left-hand side. Nice and patient. And then the ball rolling across to Biancardi. Takes it on first time, and that is absolutely brilliant from the winger. Well, he picks his spot, gets the power on it, and there's the celebration. So 1-0 Braunschweig. Kaiserslautern trail away from home again. And what an opening we've had to this game. As I said, both sides have been out of form. Sometimes when two teams in that situation come up against each other, it can be the most entertaining of matches, and that's how it's turned out so far. As this is drifted forward again. Nice hold-up play, but on the turn there, Kulvetter unable to make contact with the ball, an air swipe, and it sets Braunschweig on their way again here. This is Witzner. Just stopped in his tracks. That was a superb goal from Biancardi to open the scoring today. Pick dropping deep to play it out wide right to Nanzik. It's a lovely looking cross. It's cleared by Braunschweig. Pressure still on though. Cleared again by Burmeister. All action in midfield, but Kaiserslautern holding on to the ball here with Nanzik. To Pick on the left wing to take on Biancardi. Cross just too much on it in the end. Zuck goes across to retrieve it. Back to Sickinger. Kaiserslautern firing plenty of balls into the box here to test Fizic, but they are losing by 1-0. Perhaps Braunschweig a little more controlled in their attacking in this opening quarter of an hour. I know. Goes to Kraus. Really no actual blame, I think, can be attached to anyone for that goal from Biancardi. It's just a lovely instinctive finish from the edge of the box as the ball rolled across to him. Thiele unable to make anything of that ball into the channel. Fizic has been a busy man so far. We'll be happy to see that goal fly in at the other end. So we see Antwerpen directing his players. Will be very happy with this performance so far. The scoreline, the most important for him, as Biancardi down into the corner here for the run of Poirier. It's a nice looking ball, and Kaiserslautern having to deal with it. Schad coming across to concede the corner. That was a lovely deep delivery from Poirier. Turning the Kaiserslautern defence as often as possible here. Let's see if they can get this delivery right, Braunschweig. Fans are right behind them. Despite some dodgy form this season. So Kiewski drops forward to take this out swinger. And the header comes in from Proschwitz, and it's just wide of the target. Well, that's certainly his game. He's back in the starting lineup today. He's got 4 goals so far this season. Really, he should be on more, in my opinion. A man who has been prolific at higher levels. Has experience of playing in England, for example. As it all just clipped over the top here. Some defending for Kiewski to do. He can allow it to roll out of play. Off the flag in the end, rather more uncomfortable than he anticipated, but decently done in the end. Now Boris Schomer's looking a little more active on the sidelines. His team 1 down here with 17 minutes on the clock. There's another ball forwards here, and the chance comes in for Poirier. Well, he did brilliantly to line himself up for the shot there, chesting it down into his run and getting the immediate shot away. It's blocked and away by Grill. That's a superb effort and an even better save. And out for the corner. Well, Braunschweig certainly not sitting on this 1-goal lead. As Kammerbauer feeds the corner in, half cleared. And now finally Kaiserslautern do come away with it. What can they do on the counter-attack here as Schad tries to come forward? He's just lifted it over the midfielder and then he's completely taken out. Now Grefa may well pull out the yellow card for that one. In fact, it looks as though he's just going over for a little chat here with Ziegler. I would give that as a yellow, to be honest. I think he's been rather lenient there. He's trying to allow this game to flow. Deep cross again from Kaiserslautern. This is Pick. And on the end of the clearance, so much pace from him. And trickery as well. As in fact, it must have just drifted out of play before Pick could come away with possession. Goal kick for Eintracht Braunschweig. It looks as though Manuel Grefa is enjoying himself out there. As are we. It's the neutrals here. That's well dealt with in midfield. Appreciative applause around the stadium. With the scores as they stand, Eintracht Braunschweig would stay in 5th spot. Kaiserslautern also still in 13th, but they'll be looking over their shoulders with Viktoria Köln in the drop zone, leading by 1-0 at Unterhaching. As it stands, they're only 3 points above the relegation zone. Take over 20 minutes played and a little bit of a lull in the game finally after all that action that we've had. That terrific goal from Biancardi, the difference as Braunschweig lead. Launched forward by Fizic. Biancardi here gets the second ball. It's a little bit trapped in, but he's done well in a tight area. Now the challenge is flying in here. I think Manuel Grefa might well have to call a halt to this, although he says it was all clean, as Bachmann comes away here with the ball for Kaiserslautern, running into rather a dead end though. This is highly competitive out there. Both teams know how much is on the line. As this is nodded forward and Poirier could be in again, but that's much better defending from the Canadian centre-back, I know. There's now the ball delivered down the other end already. Thiele with the hold-up play on the right wing. Ball is knocked forward for Sickinger here, into the run, and cleared in the 6-yard area with the goalkeeper out of the picture. That could easily have been 1-1 there. This game is swinging first one way, then the other. Fantastic entertainment. We had that little lull for a minute or two, but it's ignited again here midway through the first period. It's nice and patient play from Kaiserslautern. This time, not going for the deeper cross. And that could have easily reached Zuck, who was lurking in the 6-yard area. Cleared under duress by the centre-back. Stanzik tries to get forward, but he's really well challenged by Becker. Either side really able to hold on to possession for too long, but they're really going at it hammer and tongs and creating chances anyway with their direct styles of play. Corner then for Kaiserslautern as they look to get back into the game, back on level terms. Zuck fires it in, it's flicked on at the near post area. Almost dropped for a red shirt, now it's hammered back in. And well wide of the target. Nanzik it was who took it on. Well, I can't see this being the end of the goal scoring for today in this match. Both teams going at it. I know. To Nanzik. Holding on to the ball here, Kaiserslautern. That's a nice ball for Pick here. Two players surrounding him. Goes for Nanzik with the layoff. The first ball in is cleared. Hammered clear by Ziegler. Turn into a good ball, but that's excellent midfield play from Kaiserslautern. A couple of the Braunschweig fans calling for a high boot there, but no chance of that in the midfield area. That's Pick here. To dribble towards the penalty area, and he wins the free kick in a dangerous position. Full of skill and pace and trickery. In that case, the only way to stop him was to bring him down. Yes, Florian Pick and Zuck stand over this free kick now. Quality delivery from Pick here. Comes, it's almost right onto the head there of the attacker coming in, and away in the end for the corner. It was Burmeister who got there in the end. Lovely ball towards Kulvetter. The next defending to do here for the home side. Zuck lets it in, and that's a better clearance from the near post area. And Kaiserslautern having to go all the way back here to Grill. Just getting in away ahead of the man closing him down. Good fighting, good battling in midfield. And Kaiserslautern, but Fitzner getting back in there to win the ball. Just to nip that in the bud. So here come Braunschweig again, out to Biancardi, the goal scorer. There's no chance of him getting past Nanzik there. Never telegraphed what he wanted to do. And the ball down the channel towards Thiele, but that's nicely knocked back by Becker towards Fesic. It's Thiele again running the channel. He's got a bit of freedom now as well, and he rolls the ball across the penalty area. And he might well be asking where the late-breaking midfielders were to get on the end of that. Was a quality ball in behind the attackers, obviously. But you can see what he was trying to do. As Boris Schommers here looking a little bit frustrated that his team are not back on parity here, despite playing well. Just starting to pin back Braunschweig at the moment. Launched upfield here towards Proschwitz. Trying to take it on board there, winning the throw in. Coming in, it was a bit of a dive in, but of no danger to the opponent. So Braunschweig playing on here into the penalty area, getting to the byline, and Grill is there ahead of Proschwitz. But dangerous again from Feigenspan. The opening 10-15 minutes he was running this game from the left wing. He's gone a little bit quiet, but just bursting back into action as Pick now tries to go down the other side. Oh, this is absolutely breathless game of football. They surely can't keep this up for the full 90 minutes. Some of the wing players been superb, and of course we had that brilliant goal from Biancardi as well. Firing home from the edge of the box emphatically. You can see that Thiele's really annoyed he couldn't get on the end of that flicked little pass from Pick. So Zook again. He's been firing his corners low and hard towards the near post. Maybe needs a bit of a change. Indeed it is. More towards the far post area. And there's a free man coming in. It's ended up over the bar. It's just a little bit too high there. And I think it was Sickinger who was closing in on it. As we can see, the Pick there's just gone across for some treatment here. They won't want him to come off. It's been very dangerous so far in the game. It looks as though he will be coming back on though. I do have the likes of Skalatidis on the bench who could come on and cause problems. Obviously they want to keep their main man out there for as long as possible. A little bit loose with his clearance there, picked up by Braunschweig. And find the end ball there to really trouble Kaiserslautern. Schad had come across to just intercept. Ziegler sprays it out towards the left now. Feigenspan again, just laying it forward, and the ball coming in. And the chance perhaps for Biancardi again. But that time, his control on the volley, not quite what it was for that first time effort for the goal. Hammering it into the stand behind the goal. Braunschweig's unable to make anything of the ball in initially, but his flick did land at the feet of Biancardi. It's a difficult one to take on for him. That's Pick here, who looks to be running freely as he darts into the box. Lovely skill again, the layoff. And once again, it just bounces off Kuhlwetter. Certainly getting the opportunities, but the final ball in perhaps just lacking from Kaiserslautern as Biancardi went down early there but gets the free kick. Stanzik who came in on him. I take it back. Stanzik was a little bit hasty coming in on Biancardi there. So much freedom out there for the attacking players to express themselves. It's Kammerbauer. Stands over this deep free kick. Comes, it's a deep diagonal one and an easy take in the end for Grill. Just over 10 minutes remaining of this first half. Can Kaiserslautern get back into it here? They've certainly given as good as they're getting in a very open game of football. Perhaps you could say they do deserve to be back level pegging. So they've seen plenty of the ball. Had their chances from the byline to deliver, but not really any clean shots away. It's Pick now down the right-hand side. It just comes in for Timmy Thiel. He's looking for the handball. Not going to get anything from Manuel Griffer. Sickinger here pulls the trigger from 25 yards, but way off target there. Might have been better off playing it towards the left-hand side rather than going for the shot from distance. As it stands, table shows that Braunschweig now are 2 points away from third spot as it stands. Interlaken still losing to Viktoria Köln. That match having a big effect on both of these teams, with Viktoria Köln closing the gap on Kaiserslautern. As they're looking to march through the defence again there. And out for another corner for Kaiserslautern. Pick with the outswinger again here. It's good delivery. Away by Ziegler. Braunschweig surely now can clear. Vertical clearance though, keeping the pressure on themselves. Now that's better. It's not even across the halfway line. Zug forward for Kuhlwetter. Yet another corner. Kuhlwetter there just applauding the efforts of his teammates to keep the pressure on. Can they break Braunschweig down finally? They're in there. I know you can see. Low ball in and away. Braunschweig once again. It's a poor ball forward back towards the taker of the corner. The counter-attack stopped before it could really get started. wants Braunschweig to get on with the game as quickly as possible, but when they're 1-0 up, there's no chance of that happening, especially when they're under pressure. They're within their rights to slow down the pace of the game. Lifted forward. Look from Proschwitz out towards Biancardi. Kiewski in space. And up towards Proschwitz, and well, it's a rather hit and hope effort from him in the end. Desperate to get on the score sheet again. Ball breaks here for Braunschweig suddenly. Only one man up there, it was Poirier. And now Biancardi backing him up, playing the ball in, trying to thread it through the eye of a needle. And in the end, the Red Devils managed to get back there to make the crucial interception. But this game is finely balanced here at the moment. As Kaiserslautern are throwing more and more players forward in search of an equaliser before half-time. As Thiele there gets the header in, just trying to flick it past the goalkeeper Fesic, but he managed to grab hold of it at the near post. We've got about 5 minutes remaining here for Kaiserslautern to try and find a leveller. Perhaps Braunschweig can get more of a cushion. It's one of those type of games. The next goal is going to be absolutely vital. Both sides are going for it. Braunschweig have rather retreated as Kaiserslautern have got on the ball more often, have been pushing for this equaliser. Pick, who's been excellent in the game so far. And Zook trying to get in on the end of that little lobbed ball over the top, but he was in an offside position anyway. Braunschweig, they're looking organised. Stepping up there was Becker to play the man off. Both coaches out in the technical area. Sticking up. Thiele trying to lay the ball off into the run of Pick there, but only setting up a counter-attack here as Feigenspan tries to get free there. There's a player down now for Braunschweig. The ball just rolled out. Feigenspan it is. Seems to have taken a blow to the head. So 3 minutes to go, plus any time added on. The game has been flowing, but perhaps the referee will see fit to add a minute or two. So it was just off the ball there. Nothing really in it. As Bachmann and Feigenspan clashed. I'm sure that Feigenspan will say it was an elbow, but I think it was an accidental one. I'll give Bachmann the benefit of the doubt there. out in this first half now for Kaiserslautern to restore parity. Looks as though Braunschweig are going to try and get their second. As the foul coming in from Bachmann this time. Free kick from out on the left-hand side here. What are they going to do with this? Just over 90 seconds remaining of the half. Schwitz, as ever, is in there. Kaiserslautern need to keep it tight here. They won't want to go 2 down just before half-time. As the shot comes in, it's deflected on its way through and it's found the back of the net. Kiewski it is, on his right foot. Well, he didn't strike it with the most venom, but the goalkeeper was bamboozled as it found its way through. And Braunschweig do lead by 2-0 and Kaiserslautern 2 down. That's also his first goal of the season. And dear oh dear, Kaiserslautern have had a lot of pressure in this game, unable to break down Braunschweig, and they find themselves trailing here coming up towards half-time. No chance at all for Grill there. It's a horrible goal to concede, as it's deflected on its way through. Well, it could have squirmed anywhere. And instead for Kaiserslautern, it ends up in the back of their net. And now Braunschweig will be very, very confident of holding on to this 2-goal lead in the second half. They've dealt with all the pressure that Kaiserslautern have built up in this first. And, well, it's going to be a long 15 minutes for the Kaiserslautern players in the changing rooms. Their coach Boris Schommers will be furious with that. But for Braunschweig, they will think that they've got a much-deserved little rest here. As 1 minute of time added on is signalled. And they can come back out for the second half, raring to go. And perhaps build on the lead. They've given themselves really something perfect to hold on to. Has been a great half of football, and 2 contrasting goals as well. Biancardi with the opener, absolutely thumped in with his left foot from the edge of the box. The one from Lievski at the end of the half, deflected on its way through. A soft goal to concede. As Kaiserslautern looking to get a goal back before half-time. Zuck with the turn, and there will be one more corner. For all this great attacking play from Kaiserslautern, they're just not getting the rewards. It's last-ditch tackles like that, the meaning that Braunschweig have kept the clean sheet. So 7th corner for Kaiserslautern. That shows how much pressure they've had in this first half, as it's a half-hit effort from Sickinger. And that's the final action of a breathless first half between Braunschweig and Kaiserslautern, which the home side lead by 2-0. Perhaps it flatters them, as Kaiserslautern had plenty of the game, but unable to find the back of the net. Braunschweig, on the other hand, have also done their fair share of attacking in a great game, but they've been more clinical with their chances. Biancardi with the opener. Kiewski with the second. Join us in about 15 minutes or so to see what happens in the second half. Welcome back to the second half here between Eintracht Braunschweig and Kaiserslautern in the Dritte Liga. Two teams who have been out of form of recent times, but it's been a brilliant game so far. 2-0 to the home team Braunschweig at half-time. You could say that Kaiserslautern deserved to be level, but it's been the finishing from Braunschweig that's been more clinical. And they now have a cushion coming into the second half as Kaiserslautern finally emerge from the tunnel. So as Biancardi, who got the opener on 12 minutes, a terrific finish it was as well. Smashing home from the edge of the box. No chance for goalkeeper Grill. But for Kaiserslautern, there are signs of hope as they really push back Braunschweig in that first half. Had numerous opportunities to create chances, but their final ball in or final effort not quite good enough to beat Fezic in goal, and they were punished coming towards the end of the first period, as in the 44th minute Kiewski got a shot away, was deflected into the bottom corner, and that means there's a lot of work for Kaiserslautern to do here. Both teams still looking for their first win of 2020. Braunschweig on the best path at the moment as they break forward straight away from kickoff, even though Kaiserslautern had the ball, and the shot comes in. It's pushed away by Grill, and almost the third goal there from Witzner breaking forward. And well, as I mentioned, it was a terrific first half, and it looks as though we're in for more entertainment in this second as Kaiserslautern sleepy from their own kickoff, allowing Witzner through already to get that shot away. And they'll need to improve a lot, Kaiserslautern, if to get anything out of this game. So Boris Schommers will be asking for even more from his team. As I said, they played well in the first half without getting the rewards. On the other hand, Marco Antwerpen is caught between two stools, really, with his team 2-0 up. It is a cushion, but at this level, that can disappear quickly. But both sides desperate for the points. The first win in 2020, first of all, and also in the table, with Braunschweig currently in 5th. Kaiserslautern down in 13th, but just above the relegation zone on points, as another shot rains in from range here from Braunschweig. They've started this half very strongly. Want to finish this game off as quickly as possible by the looks of it. A third goal for them would surely mean they are home and hosed. Kaiserslautern started the game poorly, so they're slow to start the second half as well. They really worked their way into the game well. Despite the scoreline. Kraus into the centre here for Sickinger, caught in possession. They land at the feet here of Nanzik. Too easy for Braunschweig, and they can come again on the counter down the left through Witzner. Well, he rather tricked himself there as he tried to get past the last man. Doing well was Bachmann to track his run. At the moment, it's one-way traffic here with Braunschweig in control at the start of this second half. It's not what Kaiserslautern need at all. Again, sorry, Thiele drops deep to pick up the ball. Pick was their main man in the first half. fans in full voice here. Two big clubs coming up against each other. It's the first ball in this second half from Kaiserslautern is easily dealt with by Braunschweig. Good opening to the second half from a Braunschweig perspective, for sure. Fans lapping it up. They'd love to see a third goal for their team here. Kaiserslautern, of course, with the second worst defence in the league away from home, but the best attackers. Again, the ball comes in from the right-hand side. Vizic has been safe as Howes is back there for Braunschweig so far in this game, saving his team on numerous occasions. It was dangerous from Kulvetter, looking to make it 10 in 10 games, if possible, as Pick fires the ball in. It's deflected over the bar by Kiewski. Could have gone absolutely anywhere. As now Kaiserslautern seem to have resettled into the game. Very much the same narrative as in the first half. Hopefully we'll get the same amount of entertainment as well. So the corner. Whipped in here towards the centre of the box, away by Braunschweig. Lofted back in and just saved there. Was it off the bar, in fact, as Kraus came in? Well, that's a big let-off for Braunschweig, as Kraus just got something on it, and indeed it bounces off the top of the bar and away. Almost dropping in. I think the Vizic had it covered. Had it been on target. It's well blocked by Biancardi there. Doing his job at both ends of the field. Got the opener on 12 minutes. A fantastic strike. Pick. Trying his luck from 20 yards, trying to curl it towards the top corner, but just needs to adjust his radar here. 7.5 minutes in, and Kaiserslautern now in control, even though they're 2-0 down. Changes so far from either side, but as we come towards the hour mark, expect fresh legs to come in for both teams. This is Sickinger. Simple ball. Trying to play the 1-2 now here. This is Pick. And plays the ball across the 6-yard area. And once again, Kaiserslautern getting to the byline, playing the ball across goal, but no one closing in to finish. It's got to be frustrating for the likes of Pick. It's a lovely ball. Had someone been closing in, it surely would have been a goal back. I think that's what Boris Schommers is asking. Where were the attacking players coming in? After all that good work with the interplay at the edge of the box, there's no reward for them. Zuk into Thiele. Another block on his attempted ball in. It's Ziegler who got there first. In the end, Ziegler winning the free kick there. Kaiserslautern wanting the corner. 10 minutes into the second period, it remains 2-0 to Braunschweig. Kaiserslautern, despite trailing here, they're looking confident with these little flicks in midfield and nice play at the edge of the box. Need to create a gilt-edged opportunity for the likes of Kuhlwetter. Free kick for Fesic, which he's in absolutely no hurry to take. His team slightly under the cosh here. Of course, if Braunschweig do finish this game as the victors, it would end a run of 6 games without a win. Kaiserslautern also looking for their first win of the new year. Their need, I would say, rather greater as they're slipping back towards the relegation zone. As it stands, they're only 3 points above Victoria Köln in the relegation zone. They will be aware of the situation as the ball comes in. And it's over the bar in the end by Thiele. Well, they just haven't been able to get a clean effort on goal. These last-ditch challenges from Braunschweig just coming in at the right time. He's looking there as if the defender is pulling his shirt. That's what Thiele wants. He wants a penalty, but he doesn't get it from the referee. Perhaps he has a point. Flurry of chances from Braunschweig at the start of the second half. We've seen very little from them in the last 10 minutes or so. In an attacking sense, at least, they're doing a lot of defending. They're just offside. Attack. As time ticks down here, coming up up towards an hour played, Braunschweig will be more and more confident of taking the 3 points here. Still half an hour to go. Surely Kaiserslautern will crank up the pressure more and more as this wears on. There's a man down for them, but they're still coming on the counter-attack here. Antic, left back delivering the ball, and again there's no one at the far post. As Feigenspan carries the ball forward. Bachmann. Sickinger. Just keeping it ticking over at the moment in midfield, Kaiserslautern. Trying to play a little more patiently here. So again, the delivery from the left-hand side. Just a bit too high. No real chance for Kulvetter to get much power on the header. Really test Fizic. Plenty of the attacks coming down the left from Kaiserslautern at the moment. They are getting joy down that side. And here they come again. Ball towards the edge of the box there, intercepted. Schad from the right, and that's much better. And Thiele couldn't force his header on target, ends up wide. What a bit of a switch in play from Kaiserslautern, almost working there, just lurking at the far post area was Thiele. And he's angry with himself. I think it's been given as a corner, coming off the defender last, as it squirmed out of play. And here comes the header from Aino. Also flashing wide. Well, they are getting the chances, but he's not finding the target here. Not really testing Fizic. Braunschweig playing their way out from the back here. Lofted forward. Well, a couple of groans around the stadium about that one. We'll use that opportunity far better. Caught in possession there, Kulvetter, but the ball pops out here for Pick, and he can't find the threaded ball. Suddenly it's Braunschweig who have got 4 on 3 here. This is Poirier, and Bachmann showing all of his strength there to step in ahead of the attacker. Pick on the halfway line, driving forward through midfield. Going on the overlap to try and create some space, and then that's a really poor ball all the way through to Fizic. They need better here to try and unlock this Braunschweig defence. As we see that commanding midfield play from Bachmann there on Poirier. And not going to get on the end of the return ball. And he found anyway. Nowski was in an offside position. Well, big news for both teams is that Unterhaching have got a leveller against Viktoria Köln. That just reduces the stress for Kaiserslautern at the bottom. And gives Braunschweig a little bit more to do towards the top, with Unterhaching in third in the playoff spot. At the moment, the aim for Eintracht Braunschweig, as they look to arrest their little slide, as that's a lovely ball through. And Thiele forcing a smart save there from Fesic this time. That ball down the right-hand channel, causing problems for Braunschweig. Sickinger picking out the run of Thiele. He didn't have anyone really up there with him. He had to go for the strike. And the next corner, this one from Pick now. Towards the near post, no one can make anything of it, and it's prodded away by Braunschweig. Pick on the ball. It's played across the byline, but Braunschweig will clear that easily. At the moment, they just can't really clear their lines, Braunschweig. If they do manage to, Kaiserslautern might find themselves outnumbered. Coming up towards the midway point in the second half here, and there's still no real reward for Kaiserslautern for their attacking play. Braunschweig, of course, with that 2-goal cushion, are quite within their rights to just sit back and soak up the pressure and try and hit Kaiserslautern on the break. Still no changes from either side. That surprises me. Kaiserslautern already with a very attacking formation as it is. Perhaps they'll just give it 5 more minutes or so before Boris Schommers decides to make a change in personnel. There's Bachmann here for Sickinger. Zuck looking to pick holes here at the moment in the Braunschweig defence, as the shot comes in from Thiele. Blocked again. A number of times that Braunschweig have blocked the ball from inside the penalty area has been incredible in this game. Challenge coming in there from Zuck. So Boris Schommers then is going to make a change here. It's going to be Scarlatidis coming on. Once the ball has gone dead here. Coming on quite yet, with Kaiserslautern defending. Perhaps a decent idea. This is a man down for Braunschweig. Play continuing here. Feigenspan running into a dead end, and that's a free kick for Kaiserslautern. The man down is Poirier. He's still down. Painful one, but there's no real sign of any malice in the challenge, as still Scarlatidis waits to come on. This looks very promising indeed for Braunschweig, but that final ball towards Feigenspann, just a little bit too straight for him. Couldn't get on the end of it. And again, unable to find Proschwitz on this occasion. 20 minutes to go. Perhaps just signs that Kaiserslautern starting to throw too many men forward. Will play into Braunschweig's hands. Next goal is going to be absolutely vital in this game. The players are starting to get tired after all their exertions in this first 70 minutes. The first half was absolutely breathless stuff, end-to-end excitement. Second half, a little bit more subdued as Braunschweig, with that 2-goal cushion, have decided to sit back more and more. Kaiserslautern trying to pour forward. So it's Zuck who's being withdrawn for Skalatidis, so that is an even more attacking change. That means there's going to be a lot of work for Bachmann to do to try and cover in midfield. Zuck coming off against his former club. And the best of luck, you'd have to say. Braunschweig then reacting to that change, making one of their own. So Poirier is coming off. He was down, injured for a while a couple of minutes ago. Could have something to do with that. Fürstner is the man coming on, so maybe just he will drop into midfield. So as Kaiserslautern have made the attacking change, Braunschweig reacting to that one by making a defensive one. Let's see who will reap the rewards of those changes. I think it's clear from those two who's on top at the moment, with Kaiserslautern controlling the game, but Braunschweig the scoreline on their side. Schummers is ready to make another change by the looks of it on the sidelines, but in the meantime it's Braunschweig coming forward through. The scorer of the first goal, Biancardi, pretty quiet in this second half. There's not been too much attacking from the home side. Throw in here for Becker. A long one coming in, looking for Proschwitz. This is Biancardi, back to Becker. He's won the ball cleanly on that far side. Plenty of challenges coming in, and Becker again catching the player that time, but it was clean as a whistle. A brilliant challenge, but catching the man as well. This is though Starke. He's the man to be introduced by Kaiserslautern. Down still. who is the man in trouble, is it? He's back up and now trotting away. It's okay to continue. Schomer's making the signal he wants to make the change, and wow, it hasn't worked. As Manuel Griffer didn't see him. That's incredible. They've had the substitution ready for a while now. But anyway, Kaiserslautern coming forward once again. This is Pick darting into the box. He's tracked by two players. He's still got the ball. He's travelled a long way. Finds Sickinger. Perhaps now they can make the change, Kaiserslautern. Has now seen the intentions of Boris Schomer. It's Hino's coming off and Starke on. It is all out attack here from Kaiserslautern. That's official. So bringing off a centre-back and putting on an attacker. They're overloading at one end of the pitch. That's a dangerous tactic, but one that they have to play. 2-0 down with under 15 minutes remaining. They may as well just go for it. Let's see what effect it has on the game. There's a ball here just for Pick, and trips over the ball. Well, there's plenty of red shirts getting back though, as Kammerbauer tried to lead the charge but unable to. Now this is Scarlatidis and Starke, the two subs linking up there. Starke unable to find the ball through. Now Biancardi's pretty much all on his own here. He's tracked by Starke. And in the end, the free kick being awarded, and it's for a dive from Biancardi. Yellow for earlier on, sorry. Something that the referee spotted off the ball. That's the first yellow of the game. Was it for Biancardi? It would appear so. He's shaking his head. He can't believe that decision. Let's have a look here. Certainly don't think that that's a dive. That's very harsh indeed from Manuel Griffer. But perhaps deciding with 12 minutes to go that he needs to start producing some cards from his pocket. It could be a bit of a frenetic end to this match. And just wants to stamp down on any indiscipline whatsoever. It's not been that type of game at all. It's been played out in a highly competitive but fair atmosphere down on the pitch. Another change from Braunschweig. They're coming thick and fast now. So Schluter is going to come on for Feigenspan. So another defensive move from Marco Antwerpen. So just looking to see this out now against that raft of attackers from Kaiserslautern. They've all been thrown on there. Well, Schluter hasn't made an appearance in months for Braunschweig, but he's on here for just over 10 minutes to see this out and get an all-important victory for Braunschweig. To arrest that slide of 6 games without a win. awful lot into this game, but it doesn't look as though they're going to get anything out of it. Something extraordinary happens in the final 10 minutes. There, just stopped on his way through. And that's a sliding challenge, and the referee certainly will have to produce a card here. Definitely. I think when Becker watches that back, he will wonder why he's so angry with the decision. For just stopping him to explain. Like him sliding in dangerously. That's his 8th yellow card of the season. In hard on Nantic. That's certainly yellow. Certainly. I can't believe that he thinks that that's a clean challenge. Braunschweig here just need to keep their discipline. Scalatidis fires in the free kick, blocked at the edge of the box. How many times have I said that? For Braunschweig, as the shot does eventually come in from Kulvetter. Couldn't quite keep the volley low enough to find its way under the bar and on target. Lovely ball played up towards him, cracking control, and then he took the shot on immediately. That's another chance gone for the away side. Starker. Plenty of space out there for Braunschweig, which they can't exploit. It's been a disappointing thing from the home side's point of view. They haven't really made much of an effort to try and counter-attack against Kaiserslautern and use that space that's been offered to them. In the second half, they've been very passive indeed. Fair enough at 2-0 up. I think the fans were hoping for another goal to really seal the deal. As the challenges are starting to fly in now. We're getting to the business end of the game with just over 7 minutes remaining. As though those goals in the first half from Biancardi and Kiewski are going to be enough to see Braunschweig through here. They're taking free kick short now to try and waste time. Finding Schluter there in an offside position, and really tensions starting to increase here with the yellow card produced now for Kulvetter. His 7th of the season. Racking up the yellow cards, some of the players out there. See, just coming in from behind on Kiewski there. He's not happy with the challenge at all. And a repeat then of the free kick. Now with the effort, but straight down the middle, straight down the throat there of Grill. He's had a really quiet second half other than the opening 2 or 3 minutes. Eintracht Braunschweig looked as though they were determined to make it 3-0. It's not turned out that way at all though. Scalatidis. Again Schluter, and Schluter's done well there to knock the ball away from him. For yet another corner for Kaiserslautern. Time is seriously running out for them now. They need to get back into this now to surely stand a chance of grabbing anything out of this away game at all. It comes. It's half away to the edge of the box, and then the follow-up shot from Pick is well off target. And he has had the brightest moments in this game for Kaiserslautern, that's for sure. He doesn't look happy with his lot at all. Schommers too, looking frustrated there in the background, but Antwerpen looking cool and considered with his team 2 up. As it stands, Braunschweig will cut down the gap to Unterhaching to 3 points. That's a brighter situation for them. For Kaiserslautern, gap down to 5 now to the relegation zone with Victoria Köln. Still level 1-1 with Unterhaching. For Braunschweig, the ball being knocked off Pick and out of play. Flicked on here by Proschwitz towards Biancardi, couldn't find him. As the attacking players have barely been featured in this second half for Braunschweig. Another chance to find Biancardi, but the ball towards him is sliced out of play. There's going to be one more change from the home team, with Godin coming on. Biancardi to be withdrawn. Superb goal from him. 12 minutes. Here we are. Look at this strike, lovely and clean, beating the goalkeeper, all ends up. That has sent Braunschweig on their way. Well, they might change who comes off here, as it looks as though Kammerbauer is just struggling with a calf injury. Well, they've only got that one change left, so of course they can make another decision, but in the end it is Biancardi coming off. Godin on for him. Well, Biancardi has been very quiet in the second half, but in the first he was a danger, and of course got that opening goal. Got to feel sorry for Kaiserslautern that they've had so much of the ball and just not been able to break down the Braunschweig defence at all. They have this excellent attack away from home, but today they've just come up short. So we're going to tick over into the final minute here. Visic has the ball. Flicked on by Proschwitz once again. Can't find a teammate though. Starke. Left-hand side, flicked forwards here. That's a dangerous ball for Thiele, but he's caught offside. Once again, though, went for the roll across the 6-yard area with no one arriving at all. despite all the attacking players out there, Kaiserslautern have hardly packed the box when they've had the opportunity. And in the end, that's where Boris Schommer's team have had their problems. It's a very bitter pill to swallow, this one indeed, for the away team. Well, they were on the charge with those 5 wins on the bounce before Christmas, but the wheels have rather come off again. And they will be glancing over their shoulders for the remainder of the season, it seems. Braunschweig, on the other hand, arresting the slide today. Looking upwardly mobile as 5 minutes are signalled by the 4th official. There were plenty of stoppages in this second half, much different to the first. 5 minutes then for Braunschweig to hold on. I think they'll be very confident of doing so. All the ball that Kaiserslautern have had in this second half, Fizic hasn't really had a great deal to do. Now, pick here into Starker. Heavy touch from him though, in a tight area. Chance goes begging again. 3.5 of the allotted 5 remaining. And the Braunschweig fans are already celebrating what they think will be a win here. I just can't see Kaiserslautern even getting a consolation the way that this is going. It's just been one of those games. The Braunschweig player always seems to get a limb in the way. Crucial moment. Positives from Braunschweig that in the first half they could pick off Kaiserslautern towards the end of the half, with Kiewski scoring just before the half-time whistle. That made things much more comfortable for them. And Coach Antwerpen will be very happy with his team's defending. They've been dogged when they've needed to be. Fizic dives gratefully on the ball there as it was sent bouncing through towards him. And for all those attackers that Kaiserslautern have introduced, their system was rather broken down in the last 20 minutes or so. Again, it's win or bust for Kaiserslautern away from home. Makes it 7 losses away, but 5 wins on the road. Only the 1 draw. Need to improve that record as the ball is sent flying across from Pick. Well, I don't think it was a shot. I think he was just trying to drive this one into the area. But it's ended up beyond the far post. Once again though, I will highlight it, there was no one closing in on it at all in a red shirt. It's been a little bit lonely up there in attack. Pick. Kuvetter has barely been in the game, in all honesty. Thiele's had his moments, but again he's been isolated too. There's just over 1 minute remaining of time added on. There were barely any stoppages, so I can't see any reason why we would go over 5 minutes here. So that was a tired-looking challenge from Pick there to give away the free kick. And that first half was terrific entertainment. The second half less so, as Braunschweig had that cushion and could hold on to it. And a brilliant goal from Biancardi. And the deflected one from Kiewski. just before half-time. In the end, more than enough for Braunschweig. Really huge celebrations when the full-time whistle does go. That's imminent now. 15 seconds left to play. As you can see there, Ziegler with the high five. And now with the throw, and it should be the last action, really, as the game gets restarted. And indeed, that is the full-time whistle. So Eintracht Braunschweig then, after a run of 6 games without a win, finally do grab one and increase the pressure above them in the table. They remain 5th. For Kaiserslautern, it's going to be a long end to the season as they remain in 13th spot, but the teams below them have closed the gap. And it's an unfortunate result for them, in all honesty, as they invested plenty into the game but were unable to score. And in the end, the 2-0 scoreline, fair enough, really, for Eintracht Braunschweig. Well, thanks very much for joining us for that game in the Dritte Liga. First half was excellent, second half a little bit more subdued. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And from me, it is goodbye.